Well, Sam Fender's a pussy. Sam Fender has had to apologise for a disrespectful and ignorant Johnny Depp post. Yeah, I mean, you're just a pussy. Artist said he was deeply sorry after describing Pirate Star as a hero. Why? Why are you sorry for this? Ladies and gents, what is the issue here? Sam Fender. Who is Sam Fender? Well, Sam Fender is, an artiste, musician, basically. But he's had to apologise because he took a photo with him, Johnny Depp, and Jeff Beck in a pub. And he said, basically with two heroes here, some serious heroes. Now that led to an absolute garbage storm online. He deleted the image and he's now come out and apologised. It's pathetic. He had no reason to apologise. He should have stood his ground. And you know what really irks me about this is if the more people just stood their ground and said, you know what? Why? Like, Johnny Depp is a hero to a few people for many reasons. Just stand your ground. These people don't want your apology. They're not satisfied at your apology. They want complete subjugation. So the musician was pictured alongside Depp and musician Jeff Beck, who has welcomed Depp on stage. And also they've announced that they're going to release an album together. So anyone wants to support that, stay tuned for that. Fender shared the photo on his Instagram stories page alongside the caption "Some Serious Heroes," and he deleted the image. Now, the reason why it was so, crap and so not good, because it was shared on the night that the verdict was delivered. Who cares? And in a new Instagram post, Fender addressed his photograph, describing the message as naive and disrespectful. Disrespectful to who? Disrespectful, ladies and gents. To who? This is what I don't understand. Who is this supposed to be disrespectful to? And we'll check out the Independent's article here, which says Sam Fender's Johnny Depp pub selfie was a serious misstep in an otherwise glittering career. So it's a misstep to support someone who has just been cleared in their trial, basically. Really? Why is that a misstep? It's fascinating. We sit here and we listen to these absolute plebs online that go, believe all women. So Winona Ryder comes out. Yeah, no, Johnny Depp's fine. Kate Moss comes out. Yeah, Johnny Depp's fine. A plethora of Johnny Depp's exes. No, not them women. We don't believe those women. We just believe all the other women. Give me a break. So anyway, here's his apology, and it is disgraceful, and he's an absolute, he's a pussy. He's a pussy. I want to apologise. I was invited to briefly meet a musical legend and an actor who has been in almost every film I've watched growing up. I went, we chatted music, and without thinking, why the fuck would you need to think? I took a photo and posted it, as it was pretty surreal. I put without thinking, oh my god. What? What? Using the word heroes was meant in reference to their careers, but in the context of the trial was severely misinformed. Why? He won. Why don't you want to openly support him? You wet wipe. I now realise that it was a poor choice of words and timing, but that's irrelevant. It was naive and disrespectful to those who relate to any of the issues highlighted in the trial. No, because I tell you what, the most people that actually relate to the issues highlighted in the trial are supportive of Johnny Depp. You're an idiot, Sam. You're an idiot. And your publicist and your manager would have been better served telling you to stand your ground and support your own decision. Because you get a lot more respect, and you probably get a lot more fans. Now, you look like a spineless douche canoe. One that actually supports an abuser. Amber Heard. So anyway, but that's irrelevant. It was naive and disrespectful to those who relate to any of the issues highlighted in the trial and the broader issues it poses. I didn't think it through, and I should have. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't. You should be able to post whatever you want. The mob doesn't need to dictate to you that... What? No. I can't really say anything other than it was ill-judged and I was ignorant with regards to the trial as a whole and thoughtless on what my post could imply. I realise this entirely and for that I'm deeply sorry. You're an idiot. You are an absolute idiot. What do you need to be informed about? I mean, this is it. This is what you needed to apologise for. Fucking needed to apologise for this. Really? Really? The guy was cleared. He was fine. Amber Heard was the one that... Like, there's no guilty and not guilty in this trial. But the jury didn't find that Johnny Depp had abused Amber Heard. Anyone who's watched the trial, anyone who's actually watched the trial, you know, with more than 2 brain cells, realises that Amber was talking total nonsense. But, ladies and gents, this absolute peen kowtows to this kind of mob mentality here. Sam Fender's Johnny Depp pub selfie was a serious misstep. Alright, Fender might have since deleted his post, but why have other celebrities been so open in supporting a man who in the UK is legally known to be a domestic... Because they realised that the sham UK trial was a sham. And why can't people support someone that more evidence comes to light? Like, what? You're really that intent? You just can't take the L? Are you for real? Let's see what this Leonie Cooper has to say, shall we? Oh, Sam Fender, we were totally fine with you rocking up to BBC Breakfast with a hangover for ages. Basically, absolutely fine with him being incredibly unprofessional. But to post a selfie with Johnny Depp... I can't believe I'm reading this. Mere seconds after the verdict in his trial against ex-wife Amber Heard was announced. Yikes! Depp might have won the case, but in the picture, taken in the beer garden of Newcastle's Bridge Tavern on the final day of the biggest celebrity court drama of the decade, Fender doesn't mention such legal matters. What? Sorry, does he need to? Who's the arbiter of what he should post? Utter trash. The US court may have ruled that Heard had damaged Depp's career due to a 2018 op-ed piece she wrote about domestic violence, which didn't mention Depp at all, but something more important was always at stake. The result of the UK libel suit Depp lost against The Sun in 2020, taken out after they branded him a wife-beater. But it was insufficient. The evidence was insufficient. You didn't have a plethora of evidence like you did in this trial. It wasn't public. There's so many things at play here. And also, part of what hinged on, High Court Judge Andrew Niccol going in The Sun's favour was Amber Heard couldn't possibly be a gold digger because she's donated the money to charity. Well, we found out she hasn't. And this is the stuff that they're just banging on about, this nonsense. Fender isn't the only one to show social media support for Depp in the wake of such a serious claim. He won. What's wrong with you? Among the many celebrities who have liked Depp's official statement were Lakeith Stanfield, Emma Roberts, Gemma Chan, Bella Hadid, Taika Waititi, Jennifer Aniston, Riley Keough, and Jason Momoa. Oh, God. Sure. Alright then. But even they've sided with Depp and believe no abuse took place. It's impossible to ignore the fact that during the case Heard was subjected to a harrowing social media pile-on. So? Death and rape? I didn't see any of that. I don't think anyone wants to touch her with a barge pole, quite frankly. But hey, hung, drawn and quartered public opinion. Fender's removed the post. Perhaps because he may have regretted it, or been advised to take it down. But the fact that his support for Depp, even simply via the medium of pints, comes just days after his fundraising show at Newcastle City Hall for housing charity North East Homeless, to me, makes this moment of standing by the actor all the more disappointing. So Fender does a charity gig, but this makes it disappointing? Why? What an idiot. This This is the lunacy of this side. And it is a political aisle because they made this political. They made this a partisan issue, and it was an apolitical issue. It wasn't ideological in any way, shape or form, but they've made it into this left versus right situation. They branded anyone that supported Depp a right-winger. It's nonsense. And then they're quoting Charlotte Proudman, a radical feminist. Radical revolutionary feminist, she claims to be. Someone who very clearly, if you go to her Twitter, never watched the trial once. Thankfully, Fender knows that it's pretty easy to make a mistake. People F up, he once told NME. Everyone is a flawed character. If you're not admitting that you have flaws, then you're an effing psychopath. That Fender has now deleted the post perhaps means, hopefully, he's realised that he's made a mistake. What's everybody else's excuse? What's your excuse? Why can't people just support someone? Huh? What's your excuse? What's your excuse for not believing the women that supported Depp, huh? Oh, I know. Bias. Ideological bias. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out my Teespring store. Supporting the channel via this way does go a long way. But also, not only that, you do get to wear some awesome merch. These are one-of-a-kind designs designed for me by my graphic designer. We, of course, have our Clown World line, which is in mugs, hoodies, t-shirts. We've got Space Jeebus. And then for something a little bit different, we, of course, have right down at the bottom right here, we have our Pulsar GTIR. Also, ladies and gentlemen, consider checking out and supporting my second channel, which is Car Nonsense. This is a vlog and car channel. You can find links to this in the description box along with my Teespring. Please do consider supporting.